Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for the week of July 12th. This week, we're going to jump right in here, Virgo, and we are going to take a look at what is going on for you at this time. I love this card, Virgo. Definitely one of the better cards in this deck right here, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Virgo, make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. Also, feel free to make sure to only follow the social media accounts that are linked down below. There are a lot of scammers, spammers, and all that other stuff claiming to be me and other readers. I will never ask you for money. I will never offer personal readings, so make sure you don't get scammed. But Virgo, let's see here. Pretty good reading. I would say interesting too, because I do get like a very fiery energy. You have this Yang energy card here. To me, it's one of the better cards that's in this whatever this deck is called, Wisdom of the Oracle. And, to me, it's one of the better cards in the deck, and it's a card of action, kind of like the Ace of Wands. But you also have the King of Wands and the Three of Wands. Even though the rest of the cards here, other than those three, aren't very fiery, I do get a very fiery energy here. You even have this Courage card as well. And this is a card of like needing to take action, needing to get moving here. And so I feel like for some of you that you need to get moving on something. I almost get the sense of something happening over time as well here with this card. And what I mean by that is it's kind of like you've been perfecting something. You are a Virgo. And it's almost like you've been perfecting something for a very long period of time, like a skill or a relationship, whatever. And I feel that you're about to get your payoff is what this Ten of Pentacles is saying to me. I really feel that this is one of those readings that I just don't need to drag out for hours and hours and hours. To me, the reading just in general is saying you're about to get your payoff, but this is going to be something that you worked on. So it's like I always get comments from people who are always like, you say I was going to get this, and I'm like, I never said anything, number one. Don't shoot the messenger, number one. Number two, what I would say here is it's like you don't just get things. If you put the work in, then this is results. If you didn't put any work into anything, then you're not going to see results. What I would say with the type of reading like this is I feel like you still have a little bit of time. So it's like if you want to see results in a certain area of your life, I would start putting in the work with this Ten of Pentacles. Because I just feel that, again, pretty much the only message I'm getting here in your reading is that you're about to get a payoff, but it's going to be because of work that you've done. And again, with this Courage card here, I get this sense of time, like something you've been trying to work on. For a lot of you, I do feel this is work or business related, having to do with your finances. Like you've been trying to perfect your finances. You've been trying to improve your career or whatever, right? And it's like you're almost landing on something with this Page of Pentacles here. For some of you, I do feel like you've maybe been doing a lot of back and forth as far as your career is concerned here. It's like, I feel like things for most of you, I feel like things are probably pretty good if you have a career. And if you don't, then, obviously this could be something new coming in, which is really exciting. And I would say is a good message for you as well if you don't have something. But I would say, just judging by the reading here, if you have had something for a while, then I feel, it's kind of like one of those things where it's maybe good, but, it could be better. Or it's like you kind of like want something newer, different, more exciting, and probably something that pays better as well, which never hurts with the Ten of Pentacles. I would say that if you've been going from like job to job to job, or maybe you've been working in a similar industry for like the past 10 years or so, maybe it's been like 8 years, I feel like you're ready for an upgrade. It's like you're ready for something better. But again, it's because you've been perfecting your skills is what I'm getting here. You have the Seven of Cups, the King of Wands, and the Page of Cups. For others, this could be love-related as well, and I feel kind of like that sense of things changing as well as far as relationships are concerned. I almost see this row right here as kind of like a line in your life. I think that at different times in our lives, different things are important to us. Obviously, that's the whole point of life in the first place, right? And it's like we're not just supposed to like pop out into the world and everything is just like the same for the rest of our lives, right? That's not the point. We're here to create our own reality. Seven of Cups right here, right? It's like you're spoiled for choice. Believe it or not, your life could go in one of a million different directions and you're in control. But I just see something changing here with this Page of Cups. And again, if it's love, for example, I feel like maybe your priorities are different or the type of person that you want is different. It's almost like maybe in the past, this is what you wanted, is a King of Wands type of person. And again, it doesn't matter what gender you're attracted to here. But I feel like something is changing as far as love is concerned. Also work as well. It's like something is changing, probably due to like priorities in your life. Let's see here. You have the Two of Cups here, the Ace of Pentacles here, and the Six of Cups. Number one, definitely a work offer coming in for some of you. I'm hearing 7 is popping into my head, but different than this right here. I feel like for some of you, the number 7 could be very important or significant, but I feel like it's in part of a name for whatever reason. You could be getting a job that maybe its address starts with a 7 or something like that. I don't know, popped into my head randomly, so I'm just going to say it. But I feel for a lot of you that there is a job that is coming in here. Ace of Pentacles. King Wands to me could be a boss. And again, I don't attach gender to my card, so it could be any gender boss that is coming in for you. They're just coming in as a King of Wands type of person. And, you know, if you're wondering what that is, to me, the King of Wands would be someone who's very entrepreneurial, someone who really takes care of their position and work. They would also really take care and try to nurture the other positions as well. King of Wands to me is probably the most nurturing king. He is like the king of raising children. And, you know, so outside of children, you know, in work or business, he would be someone who's very entrepreneurial, very creative, comes up with creative solutions, but also treats their business like a baby. So some of you could be getting hired by a person who, you know, has those traits, is what I would say to you, Virgo. As far as love is concerned, this also looks like a love offer to me. I would say that I would be careful of this Six of Cups energy. It's going to sound ridiculous here, Virgo, but it almost looks like she has an oven mitt on her hand, the little child there. And I feel for some of you, it's kind of like you could be trying to, it's either you or the person. I'm almost leaning towards the new person's energy. So if you have a new person here coming in, Page of Pentacles, then I feel that this person, it's like maybe you could just talk to them or something like that. I feel like a lot of issues in relationships could be prevented just by communication. It's almost like this person is a little bit too, you know, pleasing, maybe is the word I'm looking for. I feel like they're good, you know, definitely would be a good relationship. I feel it just would get to the point where it's like they're being almost too agreeable, if that makes sense, Virgo. And so again, if you're dealing with a new person who's clearly probably going to come in the future, if you find them being too agreeable or whatever, might be a conversation you want to have, because this could be something that could be stopped before it turns into something that it doesn't need to. You know, so like I always say, it's like we can work on our relationships. We don't have to get into a relationship with a person and deal with things. We can tell them what we like and what we don't like. I think it's easier to end the relationship at the beginning if it's not going to work out, right? So, you know, I would say if this is something where you say, hey, you don't have to agree with me all the time, or maybe you can just bring it up. It could be something that could be ended. I just see it being kind of like a thing in the future. It's popping into my head that way. So again, if you're meeting a new person, it might be a good conversation to have. You know, is what I would say there. The thing about the Six of Cups is it represents pure intentions. So, you know, what I would say here is I feel like this person has pure intentions. I feel for a lot of you, again, you're moving away from this, the kind of the negative side of the King of Wands here, which is maybe more of like a lusty, overly confident energy. We see that here with the Devil as well. Next, you have the Yang energy. Again, definitely some sort of new beginning coming in for you, whether it's a new job, new relationship, you know, is kind of like coming in here. Ace of Wands, also growth and expansion. Like I said, I feel like this is your payoff right here, this 10 of Pentacles. And the Ace of Wands here, I'm kind of getting, like, I feel that this is the kind of finishing touches that you're putting on something. You have the Five of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, and the Devil here. It's almost like that energy of looking at something for too long is what I would say to you here, Virgo. It's like, you know, I feel sometimes, especially for those of you who are creative, I'm sure, who work on creative projects, right? It's like if you're painting a painting, it's like the more you look at it, the more problems you see. But it's like someone on the outside probably isn't going to see these problems. I would say if you're working on any projects or putting any finishing touches up on anything that you're working on, again, there's the flaws that you're seeing are probably only because you are kind of attached to the outcome is what I'm getting here with this devil. I feel like that's the type of attachment that is popping into my head. And so for some of you, maybe you do need to take a step back and just kind of put something out into the world, and that's kind of random. But that's kind of like a random message that snuck in there just now. And I would say that if you're working on any creative projects or something, it's almost like, you could look at it until the cows come home, Virgo, but I feel like it's only going to just, drag this out. Same thing in a relationship as well. I feel like we can get like this in relationships, right? And this is not a criticism, Virgo. This happens to all of us, right? I'm not afraid to say it, right? I've done it plenty of times, right? So it's like you get into the relationship and then you start like seeing little things that probably just don't matter, right? And I kind of get that energy here where it's like maybe you've been in dealing with something for too long. For some of you, I definitely feel like it's right to walk away, especially if you're walking away from this King of Wands energy. Again, I feel for those of you where that makes sense, your priorities have changed. I feel like your priorities have shifted as far as love is concerned. And I feel like this person maybe is just overly confident and kind of embraces the negative side of the King of Wands. So I feel like some of you have already walked away from a person, or maybe they walked away from you and you were like, don't let the door hit you, right? Because, I feel maybe you walked away from an overly confident person. Again, you have the Five of Pentacles, Three of Wands, and the Devil here. I feel like you chose to walk away from a person or vice versa. I feel like this person, the person that you walked away from, or it doesn't matter if you walked away or they walked away, I feel like they're feeling left out in the cold. I feel like you are also feeling left out in the cold here, and I feel like this is you. And again, it doesn't matter what gender you are right there. I feel like you're embracing her energy here, which is she's left out in the cold, but for different reasons, So maybe some of you, it's like you're feeling left out in the cold, but not necessarily because of the person, more because of loneliness or something along those lines, right? And it's like you're waiting for something to come in. I feel like that Devil card is totally separate. Like I said, I feel like that Devil card is the attachment of kind of like looking at something too long, like I was talking about, like a painting. Where the hell is this going, Virgo? You have the Death card here, Scorpio, Five of Cups here, a lot of disappointments in the past. And the Five of Wands as well. All these fives showing up here. So 555 could be an important number for you. I feel like this happened to you last week or in your July reading. I'm pretty sure you had 555. Definitely going through a transformation, new beginning, like I said. I feel like you need to look at what you have to gain. I feel like I've said that to you recently as well. Five of Cups to me is a bad card, but not really. He's crying over spilt milk. He's crying over something he doesn't enjoy anymore. But if he were just to turn around, he would see these two cups, and he would also see the bridge and the castle. It's like there's a lot more to gain with the Five of Cups than just the two cups. He also gains the bridge and the castle as well. So it's like you have a lot to gain. I feel like that Three of Wands is saying, what are you waiting for? It's like, let go of the past. I do feel for some of you, you could have been dealing with someone who also maybe had addiction issues popping into my head. Devil, Five of Cups, right? Too much drinking. So some of you could be walking away from a person like that as well. And again, the Five of Wands, too much conflict. For some of you, I almost just get the sense that maybe this King of Wands type person was just someone who caused a lot of headaches in general. Drinking will definitely cause headaches, but I feel like this person was just a headache in general. So some of you, again, are transforming past that situation. Next, you have the Four of Swords here. I feel kind of this is almost like where you are. I feel like you're in this space of recovery, healing, getting better, healing yourself in a lot of ways, focusing on yourself as well. You have the Judgment card, Ten of Pentacles, and Page of Pentacles. This is your payoff. Right here, Virgo, for everything that you've been dealing with. For some of you, I feel like you're healing clearly from this relationship. For others of you, I do feel like you're healing from just a controlling situation in general. Kind of like what I'm picking up on here is, number one, health issue. So, I am not a doctor, so do not take this as medical advice, but some of you, I feel, could be healing from a health issue that has maybe caused some problems for a long period of time. For others, I would just say it would be anything else that could leave you out in the cold. A lack of resources, not having a job, trying to get something that allows you to have more resources. It's like that sense of like always trying to get ahead. And I feel like you're kind of like waking up to something that, again, is your payoff. Those are the words that I keep getting on this Ten of Pentacles. Love it. I feel like there's a lot of abundance coming in for you, a lot of good things with that Ten of Pentacles. And I feel like there's a major new beginning coming in with this Page of Pentacles. I'm kind of just noticing that, like, I feel a lot of blue and like darker colored cards here, Virgo. We have the Three of Wands, of course, which has a yellow background, and the Page of Pentacles, yellow background, but it's all the way at the end of the reading. It's almost like you're about to, you're about to have this sunrise. The sun is rising between the two pillars that are on the moon on the death card. The death card to me can definitely be a clue card, kind of like a clue that you're coming out of a moon period. You're coming out of a period of time of uncertainty, fear, doubt, illusions, fantasies, all these things. And so it's almost like there's good news coming in for you here with the Page of Pentacles. Let's see where this is going. This is something that's going to lift your spirits, I feel, with the Page of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles, another yellow card. Working hard, knowing what you need to work on, having a goal. I almost get the sense of, I feel maybe the past, like since the beginning of coronavirus, whenever that was, time doesn't even exist to me anymore. So I don't even know when that was, but I feel like maybe you've been feeling aimless, like you haven't had a direction. This is a clearer direction that is coming up in your life here. Yeah, no longer feeling left out in the cold. You have the Five of Pentacles twice, but again, I feel like you're getting your payoff. The Five of Pentacles says, do not call attention to your weaknesses. It says there are a lot of things that could make you strong, so focus on that. And definitely let go of the devil. Some of you could have a Capricorn coming into your life. To me, Virgo and Capricorn is a good match. I've seen it work personally, and I do feel like it is a good match. I don't really trust sun sign compatibility, but I do feel like it would be a good match. So it could be a Capricorn coming in for some of you. For others, I feel this is a warning to be careful of anything toxic. You're like the second or third sign this week that has had something about needing to be careful of toxic things. And yeah, I mean, to me, it's in the astrology just in general. I would be very careful of anything that affects you on a very deep level. Could be food. It could be drinking, it could be anything. Again, I'm not here to be your parent and tell you what to do. You are an adult if you're watching this. So as I've said to the other sides, people always get pissed off at me. Like, how dare I give advice that you should stay healthy? But, what I would say here is, again, you're an adult, do whatever you want. But I'm just saying that if you are, doing things that make you feel bad, it's probably going to make you feel extra bad at this time. Even me, I've noticed, like, I quit drinking over a couple months ago. I feel way better, way more productive, and I'm like way more into doing, and I wasn't a big drinker to begin with, but I've totally quit. And I just feel better. I feel more alert and everything like that. And I'm able to wake up earlier and all this other stuff. So, and again, I'm not telling you what to do. You can do whatever you want. But what I would say is I do feel the astrology is kind of like, playing into that. I feel like the astrology is maybe magnifying things. And again, this goes for like food. If you're in an environment that you don't like, if if a certain color sets you off, I just feel this kind of like energy of things setting you off. So I would try to make your environment, I feel like this right here, these 4 cards are kind of like saying, your environment is going to dictate kind of like certain outcomes, how you feel, and all this other stuff. So make sure to create a positive space. But overall, not a bad reading, because I feel really, again, 30-second message or 10 seconds, right, is there's a payoff coming in for you here, Virgo, and I feel like you deserve it. Love it. So thank you for being here, Virgo. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. Also, feel free to like and subscribe. Really appreciate the support. But thank you, Virgo, and definitely enjoy your week.